Xavier Wells update, and there's this odd letter. It looks like a journal entry that just hit the internet. Let me know what you guys think. It says July 4th. We go to the party, the island. We had alcohol. I may have drank half, if not a whole seltzer throughout the entire time. Was worried about returning for his second season, and he didn't want to ruin his chances. Cell service sucks here. Imagine something happening to you and not being able to call out for help. Nolan side eyes and dismisses the comment. Nolan's.
Hold up. Did y'all hear that? The service sucks here. Imagine calling out for help and nobody comes to your rescue. Did y'all hear that? Press 2 if you heard that. I heard that. And they said Nolan side eye and just dismissed it. Mind you, they've been saying that Wyatt can't stand Nolan. But Nolan, I don't know if he was begging to come back, because on that interview, they was acting like Nolan was begging to be a part of the crew. You know, they said Nolan was the peacemaker. Nolan wanted everybody to come together. Nolan wanted to be everybody's friend. Nolan. Okay, I'm glad I'm not no damn peacemaker. Woo! Honey, if you treat me wrong, I don't want to be around you. I'm not going by you. F you. If it's F me, then it's F you too. That's how I do it. You ain't gonna F me and I'm gonna still want to be your friend. But they said Nolan, honey, he was sweet as pie. You can do him wrong. He's like Jesus. You slap him and he turned the other cheek. I'm not Jesus. And I don't want to be like Jesus. And I'm not turning the other cheek if you slap me. Okay? I want my lick back. Okay? I want my lick back. But they said Wyatt still had a lot of animosity towards Nolan. And I don't know if them sugar boogers and that alcohol really got to Wyatt, and he just, I don't know. But okay, let's keep going on, you know. But they were talking shady, and they was throwing shots, letting Nolan Wells know, you know, if it'd be horrible if something happened to your ass. Okay, ain't no service out here. Mind you, they took the phone and the keys. But let's go.
Snaps a photo or a video of scenery or something. Wyatt had been sniffing the bug shug all morning. Wyatt tries to grab his phone and has to put it, and Nolan jerks his phone because this feels like what would lead to Nolan's death later. Approximately 12 hours later, Nolan was already hanging on an inkling he shouldn't go to the pool party. Him and Wyatt have had some animosity for a while because Nolan was back and forgave easily and didn't hold grudges. He was the peaceful friend, the conflict solver in most of his social group. He had several, maybe 3 friends, grumps. I can't read the rest of that. Nolan was only put on the boat to be transferred back to the island around 3 to 5 a.m. July 6th. That's why he wasn't found initially on the island. He was stored somewhere cool and dark to keep from decompositioning a minute, but it was summer. He already started to have a hint of smell permeating the shaded area. It's an area of property him and his friends hiked or hung around in, and yes, it's one of his friends' properties. Somebody got a farm or hiking trail, maybe both. Somebody cried, somebody is scared to speak, somebody was threatened. All of them are being haunted. Nolan decided to unfriend this group, and they couldn't accept it, the ultimate motive. Again, Service Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and there's this odd letter. It looks.
What do y'all think about this mysterious letter everybody is talking about? Press 1 if you believe it has some truth in it. Press 4 if you believe it's hocus pocus. Honey, all I know is the people that want to tell the truth, they're going to be scared to come out and tell the truth because it's Ocean Springs. The Ocean Spring community is very niche, and they got family in Ocean Springs. So can you imagine if one person comes out and blow the whistle? Not only are they going to get threatened and possibly harmed, but their whole family, their mom, their brother, their sister, their kids, whoever is associated with that person, they're going to take it out on them. So they have to be considerate and they want to tell the truth, but they're going to have to do it on the down low. Okay? So I understand all of that. So, honey, that's why I had to bring it to you. I had to bring it to you. What are y'all thinking? Comment below. Hit the like. What's going on? Yeah. Everybody saying Trump cabinet is using drugs. Yes, they are. They doing all types of shit. Don't let me get on Trump. They doing drugs and they homosexuals. Did you know that? Did you know that one of them alleged straight men go around here being a cross-dresser? Being a whole transgender and got a wife and she acting like she ain't know nothing of this. She knew it all. She knew it all. Honey, and they stay being pedophiles. God, don't let me get on Trump ass because I can go forever on it, okay? But honey, let's get back on here. Let's get back on Nolan Wells because I will get sidetracked, honey. Don't get me to start. Don't get me to start. So what do y'all think about this letter now? Was Wyatt in that most recent interview? Well, let's go up here.
Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
We would go over to Wyatt's house, and Nolan, we would all be in the backyard, whatever, doing something, and Nolan would be inside on the couch with Wyatt's dad, and they'd just be cutting it up all night.
Yeah,
Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
We would.
What in the hell is going on? I don't like it. Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret-ass friendship. What you trying to say? What grown man is having a secret friendship with a black boy that's underage? What's going on here? Huh? Did that sound good to y'all? Press 7 if that sound good to y'all. Press 9 if y'all don't. Honey? Did Nolan know too much? And Wyatt's father and his sons found out about Nolan. Ooh, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say that shit. Oh, I'm thinking about it, but I ain't going to say it. I don't want to say that. Oh, I can't say that shit. I don't want to say it. All I'm going to say something happened. But you know what I'm thinking, child. They said a secret relationship. Lord, I'm black. You can't tell me a secret relationship between a boy and a grown man. You know what that sounds like. I'm black, and I was raised in the hood. You can't frame it like that. Honey, something happened between Nolan, Wyatt's father and Nolan, huh? And Nolan knew too much. Wyatt found out. And they had to take Nolan out of there. I mean, now see, this shit gonna open up a new can of worms. It's gonna open up a new can of worms. Friend to cover up? Do y'all think that Wyatt father and Nolan had an inappropriate situation going on? Huh? Press 9 if you think it was inappropriate. Press 15 if you think it's appropriate. They said they had a secret relationship. They didn't even know Wyatt's father and Nolan was so tight. Next thing you know, they come in the room. Nolan laid out on the Lord, I was gonna say laid out on the bed. Let you know where my mind at. Let you know where my mind at. Laid out on the couch. I mean, either or. Laid out. And if the relationship was so close, then why Wyatt father didn't go to the funeral? Was Nolan about to expose Wyatt father for some inappropriate shit? And you know the boys can always protect their dad. Girl, don't let me start to thinking. Oh, honey.
We would go over to Wyatt's house, and Nolan, we would all be in the backyard, whatever, doing something, and Nolan would be inside on the couch with Wyatt's dad, and they'd just be cutting it up all night.
Yeah.
Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
We would go over to Wyatt's house, and Nolan, we would all be in the backyard, whatever, doing something, and Nolan would be inside on the couch with Wyatt's dad, and they'd just be cutting it up all night.
Yeah.
Nolan and Wyatt's...
Child, that sounds... What did that sound like to y'all? I don't want to say it. But from the white people side, they say Nolan drink a lot. He's an alcoholic. They say Nolan from Brandon Tatum is on them sugar boogers. And now Nolan be having secret relationships with grown men. Now, what does Nolan, a 17, 16-year-old boy, have in common with a grown man? Were they doing sugar boogers together? Was Wyatt's father doing sugar boogers together? Is that how he got on the sugar boogers? If he got on the sugar boogers? I mean, what? And why would they tell this story? I mean, white people going to interpret it differently. And I appreciate white people because they don't always go into the, the bedroom shit. But the black people, they always gonna go to the gutter, and that's, you know what I mean? So, all right.
Dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like...
And so whenever we were coming back in...
Whenever you were coming back in from where?
He didn't even think about grabbing his phone. He never asked about his phone, along with 5 other people that also left their phones on the boat, and we had to wait at the boat launch for them to come and pick them up.
You had to wait at the boat launch for people to come to pick their phone up, but at that point in time, y'all didn't see Nolan and had his phone on the boat with everybody else's phones who had to pick their phone up from the boat launch. Y'all didn't think then like, hey, where's Nolan?
Including Javon. I mean, Javon left his phone on our boat. And so whenever we were coming back in...
Whenever you were coming back in from where?
He didn't even think about grabbing his phone. He never asked about his phone, along with 5 other people.
You want? I have literally said this from the beginning. I agree with your comment. I'm trying to figure out why has no one heard from Wyatt? Because if I'm not mistaken, Wyatt and Nolan were closer than any one of them. So where is Wyatt? Why did Wyatt not go to the funeral?
Nah, this weird. Ain't nobody gonna have a secret relationship with a parent, especially if the kids don't know about it. It's like, why is it secret? And did Nolan parents know about this? Did Nolan father know about this? I feel like Wyatt's father is very inappropriate. And we already know how Wyatt's brother feel about black people. He the one that said black people are ignorant or some shit like that on TikTok. Woo.
Listen, at this point, I'm just blocking motherfuckers. Don't.
Which that boat had never been.
Does anybody have a clip or the interview?
Let me just look up Nolan Wales. Let's see some new stuff about him.
Crocs on ground, you're never gonna believe what I just found.
What, girl?
Holy shit, let me show
What?
you. Let me wait till this truck leaves. Where's my fucking glasses? He's just parked there. Oh my god. Okay, he's driving away. All right, let me show y'all something. Y'all ain't gonna fucking believe this. All right, so I am at... there's even a sign that says camera in use. Okay, so I am at the Ocean Springs Front Beach Pier. Okay, this is where people dock their fucking boats. This is where you bring... This is
Okay, you don't gotta do all that cussing now.
where you bring your boat. Okay, so this is where the boat launch is. Check this out. When I tell you that this is allegedly one of their stops, and also the judge's parents' house is right here around the corner, as well as one of the other people that was, hold on, what? You okay? Tickled. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, if you pay attention, you'll be able to know what is where. There's a cop right across the street watching me, but let me show you something. All right, I'm gonna pan over here. Look at this beautiful, beautiful weather. Look at that. What's that? See that see that cop sitting right there? Crocs on ground, you're never gonna believe what I just found. Holy shit.
As many of you know, I've been following the Nolan Wells case in light.
I can't stand when they do all this music.
Okay.
As many of you know, I've been following the.
There has been this narrative that was put out there, and I think they're trying to knock it down, which I believe was unfairly put out, saying that the family was somehow stonewalling investigators. But according to the letter, if you read the letter that they released this morning, they said this is exactly what we agreed upon in July. And so, I don't understand why this information has been put out there. And that's all part of the investigation. What do you make of that?
There's more time been spent on deflecting the fact that there has not been a thorough investigation that the public have trust and believe in. If there's been a thorough investigation, great. If there's a grand jury where...
Ain't no thorough investigation. Y'all need to stop lying. You know them people gonna stay and play it in y'all place. Man, this is under a Trump regime. This is under a Trump regime. Do you honestly think it's gonna be a fair investigation? Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind under Trump regime, you gonna get a fair investigation for black people when it involves in clear people being the ones that did the crime. Is you cool? He already told us no matter what, the police always gonna be right, okay? After hearing so many reports of the police doing injustice to black people, he already said they get immunity. I don't understand why y'all still thinking this is going to be fair. They not doing shit. They not going to investigate. They going to give you lies just like a man give you lies when he want to get into your damn panties. He going to lie, say, I love you, I care about you, I ain't going to never cheat on you. And y'all asses just believing this shit? Hell no. Hell no. Do y'all trust it? What do y'all think? What do y'all think, honey? Ooh. Do y'all trust the police in Mississippi under this Trump's regime? Press 5 if y'all trust it. Press 7 if you don't. Because who gonna check them, boo? Who gonna check them, boo? They don't have nobody to check their ass. Okay? They got everybody to push a lie and to preserve their whiteness, to preserve their lies, to preserve their propaganda, to preserve their agenda. What is their agenda, Gigi? To get away with murder when it comes to the black bodies. That's why you see all these black bodies in Mississippi being unaccounted for. Ain't nobody getting arrested. They just piling up. It's open season. And they're going to preserve white males. They favoring white males. They want to bring white supremacy back. In order to bring white supremacy back, you have to protect the white male. The white straight male is the head. Okay? Yeah. So they are preserving them at any cost. It does not matter. This is bigger than Nolan. This is bigger. They are shaping how America is going to run when it comes to crimes like this. It's bigger. Woo! Y'all don't see it? Man, oh man. And look, man, when I tell you I be getting so much hate mail from these Neanderthals, honey, they show me, they say I'm a monkey. They got all monkey me. All that right there. I mean, just talking about black people. Just all of my texts, all of my messages, you know what I'm saying? Calling me the hard ER. I really get slammed out here in these streets for Nolan Wells. And, that's some hateful stuff right there. And honey, that's just what it is. That's what I expected. I expected. I say that to say that it is a lot of them that feels like Nolan drowned. It's a lot of them feel like Nolan did this to himself. It's a lot of them feel like black people are just overreacting and they're trying to blame somebody. They say that it's black parents' faults that and bringing up all these statistics about black on black crime and all this bull crap. So they doing exactly what they want to do. They pushing that agenda and they're believing it on their side, you know? Ain't it crazy? Ooh.
Sam here for a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and excuse me, everybody is now pointing out that Charles.
What? Did he just fart? I know I didn't. I'm about to end this live. Did you hear something? He said, "Excuse." What's the fuck? Now, Service Sam, you needed to redo that video. You could have edited that out. Okay, man. I don't know what to say about that.
And TMZ are now backpedaling on everything they said because Charles was recently being interviewed, and I think it was by Don Lemon, and he's like, yeah, it's odd that they're going off on Officer Race Batum Tatum's podcast. It's odd that they did this. It's odd that they did that. But TMZ, you have been the ones supporting these young men's PR crusade this entire time. So why now are you finally flip-flopping? Is it because all of the backlash you've been getting for reporting on this so incorrectly and favoring one side over the other? Because every time Harvey was on there, he said, oh yeah, we've corroborated the footage with them on the CTO call. And then when Trent Out Loud, shout out, burr, 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 to my man's is Trent Out Loud said, where is the metadata? Where is the META? Where is the META, son? We need to see it all day, son. Where is it? Where's the metadata? And Harvey's like, oh yeah, we just believe them. So I'm glad TMZ is backpedaling, but you guys should have been on this from day one. Because one thing about TMZ, we all respected you on that celebrity tip for always like, why are you guys even using Officer Race Batum's video with his bug on it, his logo? I've never seen TMZ rock anybody else's video. They always have the TMZ bug on their videos. So do better, TMZ. Secret Service, Sam out, Samson for president.
I think something wrong with y'all. Y'all expect TMZ is in bed with Trump. Damn it. TMZ, Batum, Tatum, all of them are in bed together. Press 3 if you know and believe all of them in bed together. Now, TMZ, they're going to try to snake your ass. That's all they're going to do is snake you, try to slither up to you like they're your friend, like they understand. They trying to play in the middle. Baby, that's a damn snake, okay? Y'all can try to... Man, I accept you for who you are. I'm not going... Oh, honey.
Nolan Wells' phone still hasn't had the joint forensic examination his family's attorneys say they agreed to nearly a month ago. So what's the holdup? Because this isn't just about getting into a phone. I think people are asking the wrong questions. It's about who examines it, how they examine it, and preserving the integrity of whatever evidence that they recover. So, hey, y'all, Yolanda here, and listen, I'm popping in for this legal brief in between court because how digital evidence can be just as important as what investigators actually find. So if you're following the Nolan Wells case, share this with someone else who's following it. So here's what we know. Nolan's family has his physical phone. Their attorneys say they reached an agreement with prosecutors for a joint forensic examination, but according to the family's attorneys, that still hasn't happened. Now listen, when I say forensically examine, I don't mean that somebody unlocks the phone, picks it up, and starts scrolling. That's not what I mean. A forensic examination is specifically designed to extract and preserve available data, but also documenting how the evidence was handled and how it was recovered. So that brings us to this concept that we call chain of custody, right? Think of chain of custody as a paper trail for the evidence. Who had it? When?
Now, hold on. Now, look at this comment. Do y'all see this comment? I want y'all to look at it. And this coming from a white person. This is what they believe 30 minutes ago. Look. This made absolutely no sense. It is irrelevant because investigators aren't even interested in the damn phone because he unfortunately accidentally drowning. See grand jury review coming up. I told y'all, Trump and the FBI, they still is pushing academic, accidental drowning. That is what they pushing. That is what these white folks still believe, y'all. Okay? They feel like black people are overreacting and black people are this and that. That's what they believe. Okay? And that's why they're using Batum Tatum and all those, mega people, Megyn Kelly, to push that damn lie. And you know this ain't no accidental drowning. And they're gonna keep on. Man, this is a war. Y'all don't see what's going on here. I tell y'all.
Hey y'all, hey, I was tagged in a video from a reliable source that the 19th Circuit District DA office is no longer looking at the Nolan Wells case as an accidental drowning. However, they are now have moved on to looking at it into a criminal investigation, and I think that is great news. I don't want to get...
Woo! Did you hear that? Now, the white people still feel like it's a drowning, right? You saw the comment. That's what a lot of white people feel that are that are Republican. But listen to this white woman, and I'm assuming she white. I think she white. I don't know what she is, but she's something. Okay, but look, she said the DA moved and they send this as a criminal investigation. That's amazing. Ooh, when I tell you those white Republicans, see, they claim they close to God, but they not. Because God would have told them, this is a criminal right here. This is criminal right here. And that is why this lady is saying they are moving to a criminal investigation. God is checking the table on this. I'm telling you.
Get too excited yet because I did go searching in the news outlets and things of that nature, Ben Crump and other people who have been keeping up with this case, and they have yet to mention that yet. So I don't want to get too excited, but the source is very reliable, and he is saying that his inside source has told him that this is what the DA office is now moving into, looking at it as a criminal investigation. I always say I want to be excited, y'all. I really do want to be excited. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. So I'm praying and I'm hopeful that, later this evening, hopefully something will pop up on the media, the news outlets to confirm. Hey, y'all. Hey, I was tagged in.
Well, I already know how God works. This is a criminal. I can put my mouth on that. I can put my feet on that. If this was a drowning, they would have been came out the first week and showed the damn proof and evidence, right? Press 1 if you know that. If this was a drowning, they would have been saying, water in the lungs. There we go. Open and close case, guys. It's simple. But they couldn't do that. They said it, but they never had the proof to back that thing up like a goddamn Mack truck. Back it up. What evidence at? They didn't have the evidence at the damn time. That's why they keep prolonging, okay? And that's why the mama had to say, oh, hell no. Y'all not just going to say anything. Talking about it's accidental drowning and no foul play. And y'all not even doing a real investigation. So she took it and she tried to figure out herself. And she got blamed. How dare you try to figure out this shit yourself? You need to trust in the system. The same system that did Joe people Emmett Till like they did. You need to trust in the system. The same system that been corrupt and never got fixed. Trust in the damn system. That's why they got so damn angry. I don't understand. If it's nothing to hide, then I would say, girl, go get your investigation and you're going to find the same findings we found. Here, take it. It's nothing to hide. But for you to be so upset at her for doing that, that shows you got something to hide. And then a month later, y'all talking about y'all going to do your own investigation. You got something to hide. And then afterwards, when the audio came out, now y'all gonna say Nolan Wells was on some drugs. You got something to hide. Okay, all this shit. Man, they already know they ready for war. That's what, it's like tic-tac-toe and shit. You go, I go, you go. This is war. So, honey, I'm 10 toes down, okay? I don't gotta hope and believe nothing. It is what it is. This is criminal.
So in 2 days, Nolan Wells would have been 19 years old. And now the family is being accused of wrongdoing because they haven't turned over the cell phone?
The family is now seemingly being accused of wrongdoing because they haven't handed the phone.
July 15th, the attorney for the parents of Nolan met and said, yes, we want to give over the phone, but we want someone in the middle here, someone from the outside, an expert to analyze the phone. It appeared everyone agreed. Then all of a sudden they get a letter saying, we want the phone and you have 24 hours to send it over. The DA sent that. And the parents wrote it down and said, wait, we don't have the time to do that. Hence the narrative that they're not cooperating. Now they say, Nolan's parents, look, we have our experts on standby. This week, pick it.
Now, I don't see anything wrong with them wanting to hand over the phone when everybody...
Ain't nothing wrong with them waiting on that people to pick up the damn phone. I don't even like how y'all be saying it. Y'all be so damn passive. Oh, shit, scared. Look, Cheryl, I forgot I had you on here, girl. You scared the hell.
That's all right, because you know I
Girl,
usually talk a whole lot.
you scared the shit out of me. I said, who is that in my house? Who is that in my house?
Sorry.
It's
Honey,
okay.
I got on my do-rag. I look too bad tonight, so that's
It's
fine.
all right. Honey,
But
talk
you know,
about it.
Cheryl, it's me. It's me.
Go ahead,
Now,
Cheryl.
that one man you're talking about, first name is Paul, I'm going to single him out. Like a lot of white people, not all, but a lot of white people don't get it. Time they pulled Nolan out of the water, the sheriff said, drowning. He wasn't even brought to the coroner's office, and he didn't even have, the autopsy done yet. That's what we're upset about. Because a lot of people don't realize there's over 13,000 people that have been missing from 2025 to present, and the numbers are growing. They are hunting us. So if the white community is listening, this is what's going on, and regular news is not reporting this. Okay, and for Nolan's mom to get a fair chance, she has to go to the Black Caucus. She has to go to try to find someone that's not tied up with this group, because this whole case is compromised. And if you remember, Gigi, I told you this from the very beginning. I thought I knew it. Certain things I knew. It's just a gift I have from God. And like I said, there's so much things that's going on, and they need to. If they didn't use the cadaver dogs, they need to start. Also, one correction. The other night, I had said Bart's brother, I believe, he knows Brazilian wrestling. And so what I believe they used on Nolan was a Brazilian chokehold. I don't think it's anything to do with karate. It's dealing with the wrestling move, where they actually hold one arm that goes across your chest, and the other arm they pull, and their arm wraps right around the back of the neck, where they could easily gotten that red bruising on the back of the head from that.
Hold on, wait, Cheryl, hold on. Now, Sweetie gonna say, let's talk about what Sweetie say, y'all. Sweetie gonna say, that's not true about white people. Normal humans know that they did this to him. Okay, you said normal humans know that the white people know they did it to his ass too. Okay? But when I was saying about them, and let me tell you something. Okay, this is what they say. This is what they push. He did it to, it was a drowning. But they know the damn truth. They know what they people are capable of. And they just pushing out the lie. They know it. Just like they know that Trump is a pedo. What he did with his fingers to that woman. But they still gonna cover for him. They still gonna lie for him. Okay, but you right. All right, it says that they did this to him. Doesn't matter what color somebody is, know the truth. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter if they're white, black, they all know the truth. They all know this is criminal. Okay, I get that, okay? Sometimes I can read it and misinterpret it. Gigi, don't put what out there. You're going to have to tell me exactly what I put out there that you don't want me to put out there. And what you putting out there. Okay, LaShawn Latte. I've never seen a first 48 of Mississippi. They all need to be arrested. Okay.
Yeah, see, it goes very high up, Gigi.
Now, what do you thought about that mysterious letter? Did you see that?
Yeah. I sent you that. I don't know if you might have seen it from somebody else.
Well,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
A lot of things that they say is on point.
Like what?
They had his body on that boat, and that one video, the latest video they have of the boys on the boat where they have their clothes were changed, and you can actually see either it's a hand or a foot that goes up, down. So it could have been his body reacting, because sometimes bodies move when they're dead. They have like a reflex issue, or he could have been on his last leg breathing. But if you look at that video, it has Warren at the steering wheel like he's talking to Cito, and right by his leg, if you look at the very bottom of that boat, there's quickly you'll see a brown flash, like something coming up and something coming down.
So tell me this, Cheryl. They say Wyatt's father was closer to Nolan than the boys were. So why haven't Wyatt's father come out and speak out? And do you think that's appropriate?
The reason why, because I feel it's a whole group of them. It could be clan based. They, it's just something, like I said, that was planned, I believe.
No, I'm talking about the relationship between Wyatt's father and Nolan.
Yeah, well, see, Nolan gets along with everybody, and he could be a chatty person like me, only male version. You know what I'm saying? So, they probably had a lot of nice talks about fishing or whatever, But see, also the young men are trying to, to sway the public and by making them, how can I say it? Because their reputation is down now.
So why would they shift it to Wyatt's father? That's so weird.
Because Nolan supposedly had a fight, a physical fight with Wyatt that day. And this was on one of the different videos that I saw between you and Tisa, and I forgot the other lady's name. So I've been watching like things closely, and it's time something new pops up. If it appears to be verified, then I try to contact you and get it to you.
Got it.
But they have to try to convince the public, that they're good old boys, and that they're innocent and this, that, and throw people under the bus, because there was like a time they tried to throw Nolan under the bus, saying that he was using Coca-Cola. And he was, having, drinks and all that, when everyone knows, and I believe his father said Nolan doesn't drink and he doesn't do drugs, because he's very serious about his career. And Monday, he had to go back to training. And usually with athletes, they test them, they drug test them and stuff. So he wouldn't be putting a whole bunch of stuff in his system. It's possible that his drink could have been laced. He's so young, you don't know. He might have accepted punch or something else, and it might have had something in it. You never know.
Tell me this. They don't come off as good little boys, but why haven't people found out the dirt on their parents? Why y'all ain't exposed that? Have they ever been arrested before?
Yeah.
What about the dirt on the kids? Have they been in juvenile before? Have they get in trouble with the teacher? Why y'all? I haven't heard nothing about that.
Also, their phones. A normal police station is going to follow certain policies and procedures. They did not. They were supposed to pull all the phones, not just Nolan. They need to pull all the phones, because kids like to talk. They like banter. They post things, do things that. They have little clicks. They may have said, "Oh, I wish you didn't do that," and might have went more into detail in a text to a friend.
Right. All right, Cheryl. All right, Cheryl. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put you down for a second. But isn't that weird? Usually we hear, okay, y'all talk so much crap about Nolan Wales. Remember they shamed Nolan Wales' biological father? Press 1 if y'all remember. They was on internet, they had black niggas doing it too. Talking about some, yeah, y'all need to know about Nolan Wales' biological father. I didn't even read into that shit, but it was out here. Then they tried to dog out Nolan Wales' mama. But what about they side? Do y'all do they family? Have they been arrested before? Any of them? Why haven't y'all dig that shit up? Huh? Why we ain't talking about that? What is their pattern? Okay? What about the kids? Do they have a history of bullying in schools or something? Like y'all not doing y'all homework on these folks. Damn, we don't know nothing about it. Unless they on Brandon Tatum and they telling us that Nolan was on sugar boogers. He had a very close to me inappropriate relationship with a father. That's Wyatt's father. And if you so damn close, Wyatt's father, why you ain't coming out here and speak up? Why aren't you having a... Bitch, couldn't be my son. I call Wyatt's father right now. What you telling my son? What are you influencing my son to do? What in the hell do you and my son got to do with each other? The kids are saying Nolan is laid out on your couch and they didn't even know Nolan was there and they don't even know the relationship y'all have. They said it was secret. That's what they should. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Did you get my son into some drugs? Nigga, what's going on? Because the white boys are making it sound like y'all don't even know Nolan. That's how it comes across. They are making it sound like the black family don't even know their real son. And then you hear they say, well, Nolan basically lived with us for 3 years. He basically lived with us for 3 years. Pretty much saying, y'all don't know Nolan. We were more like Nolan family than y'all were like Nolan family. That's how it came across. And y'all just let that shit slide. Y'all ain't have a conversation about that. It bothered me. That shit up, what? Nigga, please. So, honey, I'm just a different breed. What y'all think? Okay. They will cover up that.
Everybody can get the same results from it at the same time. Because, I mean, look what happened to his autopsy. And again, this is a family that's only trying to seek justice. It's not like they out there trying to get some money in return.
Y'all don't understand how they see this shit. They don't see it as you trying to just get justice. They see it as you are trying to destroy the white community. They see it as you are trying to put these boys in jail for something they don't feel like they need to be in jail for. Okay? And that has ruined their life and that's coming against their whole thing. So they don't see it as you're just trying to get justice. Because your justice is going to get me locked up. Hello? You finding justice going to get my ass in prison. So of course I'm going to be closing the door. I don't want you to open up. Of course. Doesn't that make sense? If you getting justice equals me going to prison, don't you think I'm going to fight back? Don't you think I'm going to lie to keep my ass? This is my livelihood. I don't want to spend all these motherfucking years in prison. Hello? When you look at it like that, then you understand why they pushing back so hard. You understand why they went to your ops. They went to Brandon Tatum. They went to the Republican Party that can't stand your ass. They got a history that can't stand your ass. They went for them for help to make it more political. Okay? Hello? So, you know, that's just what it is. I don't understand how y'all acting like, well, I don't understand. Oh, we want to get justice. And you just don't understand. We just want to get to the bottom of this. Do you understand where they coming from? You getting to the bottom of this is taking their ass to jail. So they can't have none of that. Okay? And then the sheep, the white sheep, this is how they thinking. See, the white propaganda, the white politics, they be like, well, Us white folks, we're so innocent, and the black people, they don't want to take accountability for the shit they go through. That's the crowd of no accountability, and they want to blame everything on the white people, and they want to make us feel so bad for everything. It's always blame the white people, blame the white people. When are we white people going to stand up? We got to stand up for our own. I'm so sick of black people trying to make us feel like guilty for shit we didn't even do. So that's where they at with it. Okay, that's what they tell the sheep, and the sheep is buying it. They feel like black people are, what do they say? Race baiting, trying to cause division. They said it need to be all of us together. And why are you causing division? It shouldn't have anything to do with race. It's not about race. Oh, this is America. We don't see race. This is Mississippi. And then they got the black man. Look, I've seen so many interracial relationships in Mississippi. And black people love white people. We all get along, and it's no race. And the coach, I don't see no race. And it don't got nothing to do with race. And y'all just need to stop with the race. And child. Heard it all before. Let me explain, 'cause your lies ain't working now. Look who hurting now, 'cause I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Ain't that the song? I heard it all before. I heard all them lies before. Okay? Let me explain. Your lies ain't working now. Ain't working on me, at least. Maybe working on y'all, but them lies ain't working on me. Okay? Oh. So let me see what else going on. Oh, this the cousin. Did y'all see this? Did y'all know this is Nolan Wales' cousin?
And they sent me to his house, which that boat had never even been in the water. Wyatt did. I never even really talked.
Do y'all know who this is? Press 7 if you know who this is. This is Nolan Wales' cousin, y'all. She's talking about the day, July the 4th, when they went over there to try to collect the phone. And she said Wyatt was so nasty to her. And I'm telling y'all, this Wyatt person.
Out to Warren. The whole time I was in the house, I spoke with Wyatt. Wyatt is the one who had the phone that supposedly was in his truck or whoever. But Wyatt is who I talked to. I never talked to Warren. I'm not sure why Warren is doing that. But I turned the camera around directly on Wyatt and told my sister. Outside somewhere. They said it was in the truck. I'm not sure where it was at. It took them at least 15 minutes to bring me the phone. By this time, the boys will start, because Wyatt started getting jazzy at the mouth.
Ooh.
So my son Jalen was like, hey, you better watch your tone. Like, don't get smart, my mama.
Right.
Because we trying to see what Nolan, because we trying to figure out why y'all see y'all ass up here chilling and Nolan missing. So that's when I asked again, where's the phone? She's gone. That's when he told me she was going to get it. I said, oh, she must have to go back to Horn Island truck outside. Now, mind you, we had to pass all the cars to walk in the house. It's just it's a bunch of lies. I don't feel the need to, like I said, when they go to the mentioning Javon, I'm going to say and stand up behind mine every single time. As far as me and that nutty shit, I don't feel the need to explain anything to any of y'all. And they sent me to his house, which that boat had never even been in the water. Wyatt did. I never even really talked to Warren. The whole time I was in the house, I spoke with Wyatt. Wyatt is the one who had the phone that supposedly was in his truck or whoever. But Wyatt is who I talked to. I never talked to Warren. I'm not sure why Warren is doing that. But I turned the camera around directly on Wyatt and told my sister. Outside somewhere. They said it was in the truck. I'm not sure what.
Ooh, it's a lot. It says, wait a minute. Because, okay, so let's read the comments over here, honey. Let's read the comment. It says, wait a minute, because why was everyone just chilling if he was missing? This is my question. Why was y'all chilling on 4th of July? Young boys, they're very outgoing, chilling on the 4th of July. They not outside popping firecrackers or nothing like that, or nothing, no party at 11 o'clock. And I guess they was chilling because they already know where the body was at. I guess they was chilling. They wasn't celebrating because they was mourning. After you kill somebody, you can still mourn them. You know what I'm saying? You can still have regret, grief, and all that. This mom went out her way to help Nolan's family. That night, they stood by Nolan's family from day one. All right. Incredible how so many are attacking Nolan parents. I hope none of you go through the loss of a child. Shameful. Ooh, how far is White House from Ava? Okay, I'm not about to read all this shit. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, let's look at Nancy Grace, because you know she just came out and said something. Nancy Grace. Damn, I didn't spell it wrong. Ooh, I can spell, please. Please.
I already know Nolan was on the boat to start with. So, of course, the dog is going to pick up Nolan's scent on the boat. That's not hard to figure out. So, I know a scent dog's going to pick up on that. But a cadaver dog. What should have been done immediately with a cadaver dog? And I'm putting this out there not to say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Maybe it happened and we haven't been informed. The press, the media, has no right to information in an ongoing investigation. So this may have been done and we haven't been told. I can only pray. So regarding a cadaver dog, what should have been done, Jeff Shetler, and how should it have been done, and when should it have been done?
Lock down the location. Don't let anybody on there. Get the dogs in there. See what type of reaction they have. Every second that goes by, every minute that goes by, every hour that goes by will have an impact on the dog work when it comes to age of the material, age of the odor, and more importantly, what your contamination factor is. And this is the one big thing that nobody ever really thinks about. That they think the dogs are going to be these magical creatures that detect everything that you're looking for. But that's going to be mitigated dramatically by any type of human activity on the scene. That's the first thing that has to happen.
I already know Nolan was on the boat to start with.
Ooh, we got to get them cadaver dogs. Them cadaver dogs is going to do it. Ooh, but why they not giving out the cadaver dogs, but they concerned about the boat? I mean, the phone. I think the boat is more important than the phone.
The family is now seemingly being accused of wrongdoing because they haven't handed the phone over yet. What happened back on, I've got a big note here, phone, July 15. Isn't that when the family had a meeting and said, yes, you can have the phone, but they want independent examiners there at the same time, right? Tell me, July 15, what happened?
July 15th, the attorney for the parents of Nolan met and said, yes, we want to give over the phone, but we want someone in the middle here, someone from the outside, an expert to analyze the phone. It appeared everyone agreed. Then all of a sudden they get a letter saying, we want the phone and you have 24 hours to send it over. The DA sent that. And the parents were out of town and said, wait, we don't have the time to do that. Hence the narrative that they're not cooperating. Now they say, Nolan's parents, look, we have our experts on standby. This week, pick a day. And not to mention on the 19th, would have been Nolan's 19th birthday. A difficult week for the family, but they say, hey, we'll give up his cell phone. We want someone, a mediator, if you will, an expert in the middle.
Now somehow it's made to look like the family, Nolan's family, is not cooperating.
They've been making it seem like that. They are, man, this is a war. This is a political war, okay? Damn. Who attacks a family? An evil person that want to shut you up, that want to get away with murder, okay? They don't give a damn if it's your son, okay? Oh, honey, when I tell y'all, what do y'all think about that? I'm going to bring Cheryl up here because I may got something for y'all. Cheryl, talk to me for a second, honey.
Okay. Well, one thing I wanted to clear up, well, two things. Okay, I didn't mean to offend any of your white listeners. Okay, I'm just upset, and sometimes you say things. I know there's good in every race. Okay, the second thing is Nolan's biological father died.
Oh, really?
Okay, yes. So the only father he really knows is his stepfather, and he's the one that raised him. So that you know what I'm saying? So just so people know that, that came out. I think it was Javon's mom or something. I saw something where they were talking about it, and I said, well, that'll clear up a lot of things. But just it's sad because yes, his birthday, was right around the corner, and they took his life away from him. It's just sad. And then on top of that, She had death threats. She was getting threatened, all kinds of threats. But the police did nothing to arrest the people that threatened the mom. They only arrested the people that went after the judge. What was it, Warren's mother and Wyatt's mom?
Yeah, because that judge got power, honey. They got power and money.
See, they're, if it's not the Klan, they're in, how you say it, a special society over there where everything's linked. Some of them are related. Pink, what's her name? Pink Panda, one of her early videos that she did, she linked all that together, even down to she's the one that showed the map where the party was going to be, that night on the 4th.
I don't know who needs to hear
there's
this.
a lot going on. The one thing also that is mysterious is the grandfather. His cameras were off that night. There was one lady that was riding around the whole township, and she was pointing out where all the cameras were. Because I at first thought there was no cameras on that, was it Horn Island? But there's cameras there too. There's cameras all around. But if they hid Nolan's body in the boat, now you saw that there's compartments there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Cheryl. Cheryl, hold on. I'm going to cut you off for a second. Now, listen, y'all. I'm not trying to start no shit, okay? When it comes to race and black and white America, I'm not trying to start it. But I'm not going to sit up here and ignore when I see they coming for me, okay? I'm not going to sit up here like a sitting duck when they talking about coming for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So do y'all mind if I show y'all something? And it's white people that's speaking this. It's white men that's speaking it. White straight men that's speaking it. The one that's supposed to be the almighty, the one that's supposed to be the top tier in the world, the white men. Okay, the white straight men. Okay, do y'all mind if I show you this clip? Press 5 if y'all don't mind if I show you this clip. But I want to know what y'all think about this. They are talking about taking away citizenship from black Americans, even if you been living here. They talking about having discussions, white, straight men, about taking citizenships from black men Americans. And you want to tell me this don't got shit about race? Man, please. All right, let me show you. I want to know what y'all think about this. Look, did y'all see this clip? See?
Descendants of slaves really American, though?
Yeah.
What makes them American? Because they've been here.
They've been here and they've fought in every single war since our country's founding. So yeah, I think people who shed blood, who fought for the soil of our land, regardless of the color of their skin, are more American than people who got here 2 years ago.
Most of that blood has been white blood.
Sure, that doesn't change the fact that the individual who lost their life or who sacrificed doesn't change that fact. I mean, proportionally, black men are only 13% of the population. So yeah, I mean, most of it is going to be white blood, absolutely. But there are brave black men in my state.
Child, you see what they're trying to do? The evil versus the good. This is all planned. They want to sow the discussions, and these discussions are going to grow. Honey, give it a year or two. Most of them going to say black shouldn't even have citizenship. Watch what I say. This is how it starts.
In our state, who have gone to war, not just in the global war on terror, but in Korea, in Vietnam, World War I, World War II, the Civil War, their contributions matter just as much.
That's true, but predominantly that experience has been one reserved for people of European descent. And I think it's important for us to make that observation and not just count that out.
Well, you can make the observation. It doesn't make it, it's an observation. It's empirically true. But look, if you're someone from Sweden or from South Africa, and you're white and you come here and you've been here for 2 years and you are on an H-1B visa, you are not more American than a black American or a white American who's been here for 5 or 6 generations.
Are descendants of slaves really American, though?
Yeah.
What makes them American? Because they've been here.
They've been here and they've fought.
Did y'all see this shit? To have even a conversation like this. What are your thoughts about this real quick?
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just disgusting, but they can't touch us. I wouldn't worry about it, because let me tell you something. That's why they're changing our name from just African American and Black Americans is foundational Black Americans, because our fathers fought in war. My father fought in World War II, and I have relatives that are in Arlington Cemetery. This is the only land that we know of, because we didn't come here by choice like they did, the Europeans. We were brought over here. We didn't ask to come. They brought us over here. So we are not.
No, we wasn't brought over here. We was trafficked over here.
Yes,
we was
exactly,
forced over here.
exactly,
We was
and that's
kidnapped
different.
over here. We gotta frame that shit like it is. I was
That's right.
kidnapped.
So if
I was
anyone has to
trafficked.
leave, they
I
do.
was forced. They didn't brought me over here like they held my hand and just come on. No.
Because the ones that the Europeans that came over here, they were thrown out of the UK, and they came over here, and this America, whatever was called back then, was already occupied by us.
Got it. Okay, Cheryl, hold on. Let me put you down. But this is what I gotta say. For that middleman, y'all think the middleman that justified, blacks being here, y'all think he's a good guy? First of all, he should have been like, we're not even having this conversation online. This is stupid. It's going to cause more confusion. It's going to start more bull crap, because you already know it's a group of them that don't like it. And they want to exit out Black Americans. They want to exit out Latinos. They just want America to be a white fucking nation. White nationalists. Hello. White supremacists. Hello. Come on now. They are at work. And you better worry about it. Hell. They got Trump in office. They doing Million Man White marches on the front line in July the 4th. Black bodies are being coming up in Mississippi, and ain't nobody being accounted for it. Shit, you better worry about it. This is how it starts. Honey, when they really show their face, it's too damn late. When they show their face, they already got everything on lock, and ain't no coming back for that. They know what they doing, planting seeds up in here, influencing the young whites to have more conversations like this and to push certain agendas. They know what they doing. Hell. And they doing this clearly because a lot of white men feel the same way. A lot of them feel the same way. This is why they can get supported. And who's backing these conversations? Billionaires. That's who's backing them. So you better be watchful, honey. Why y'all love? I ain't gonna go to. I'm gonna get on out of here because I might say something. I love y'all, my real hitters. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all subscribe and all that. And I see y'all later.